Mamelodi Sundowns have just recently made their first signing of the year. Like, guys, it was unprecedented for. No one was expecting it. Same as what I'm going to talk about here on today's video. We do have a player who it seems Kaizer are interested in signing, and also there is a player who might be leaving us this transfer window. I don't know whether it's going to be a mutual agreement or what is happening, but definitely there is something that is happening, and I know you guys want to know what is happening behind closed doors. Well, Buffet I will be talking about that, and we'll be discussing, one of those players who will be leaving according to, and then also we're going to look at this player who they might be going after. So far I feel like he's one of the most underrated players in the history of PSL, but he's a good player. He's a good player. I'm not going to take away anything from that. And also we'll be potentially discussing, in terms of their recruitment and signing purposes on what they are looking at and what they've been achieving so far, But anyways, before we dive there, please to make sure that you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and also don't forget to click the bell notification so that next time when I post a new video, you will be notified and be able to watch that video. Now, guys, as I've said, Sundowns, Ntimang Scroller today, I was like, wow, okay, Sundowns have made their first signing, which I was not expecting. They have center forwards there. They have Ikram Reyners, who Mashoti's been doing well, but I feel like maybe they're just trying to find a good player that might replace Umjid Rapana, who left Ozzaine out here and Lucas Ribeiro, one of the best players in the history of PSL. No one comes close to that guy. But anyways, they've managed to sign a center forward, and I'm asking myself why did they even sign a center forward? Because it's not like they're lacking in goals, but yes, they do have a performance drop this season. So far, it's not what they are used to. Even on the log, I believe they're sitting on number 2, not 1. So definitely, maybe they thought, maybe we need at least one player who's going to help the team and bring that competition for players like about Ikram Reyners, there are Peter Shaluliles and all of those center forwards that they currently have. But anyways, we are not there. We are here to talk about Kaizer Chiefs, and one thing that is certain, this is coming from someone who I used to trust a lot, but recently has not been that trustworthy. So I did, try to gather more information and look at the necessary things. Now, starting off with Tash Morris, he did talk about Tash Morris. I said, no, definitely Tash Morris is going to part ways with Kaizer Chiefs. I don't know if it's going to be a mutual agreement or maybe he's going away on a new team. That is what I haven't figured out yet. But according to those rumors, they're saying that definitely we might have to bid goodbye to Tash Morris. Now, his contract, unfortunately, I know there's been a lot of talks going around, and maybe I've also made that mistake thinking contract ends now in June, but that is not the case. He signed January on the 27th, 2025. His contract is due to run until 2027, actually close to 2028, because he's 2.5 years deal. So January, so definitely it makes sense with contract he ended during that January period. So maybe in 2028, if I'm not mistaken, that's when his contract was going to end. But unfortunately, it looks like currently the negotiations that have been happening, because remember, there's teams that have been interested in signing Tash Morris. About 2 teams that were interested in signing him after they saw that definitely it looks like he might not have a place at Kaizer Chiefs. And I'm not saying this with bad intentions or talking badly about this player, but to be honest with you guys, I did have sort of like high expectations, because when we signed this guy, it was boom, out of nowhere. And then what's going on? Why did we even sign this guy? Because now we thought, okay, we are taking out Christian Saile to Supersport, which is Isiwelele currently, on a loan deal. And then later on, we had no, it is now a permanent loan deal. He's no longer coming back to Kaizer Chiefs, and instead we've managed to get another player. So it makes sense that Kaizer Chiefs did not want to just let go of their player, but also let go of him and then get something in return. Ngingazi-ke ukuthi did they pay or who paid who? What happened? I do not know. But one thing I do know is that we did end up having Tash Morris, and he signed a 2.5 years deal with A2, as I've said before. So now talks is that he might be leaving. He might be leaving, and I do not fall that it could be wrong. If it is a mutual agreement, then definitely it's good for him, because at the end of the day, I don't see him getting his squad buffet. We still have Flavio Silva. We have even Ashley Dupreez, even though now I do feel like performance has dropped a lot more than what we were expecting back then when we used to play, sort of like helicopter football. It was great for him, but now we are playing more of a transition football. We hold on to the ball a lot more, a bit more. So chances are, he needs to up his socks and be able to hold the ball more, or he might no longer fit for our club. And then also we still have Etiosa Ikudaro. We've managed to sign Kaizer Maya, which by so far I do feel like is one of the best signings that Kaizer just made at the last transfer window. And also we still have Luke Batman. I regard him as one of the best signings for Kaizer Chiefs. And also we do have, I even forgot who else. We still have another player. Who else? Because, okay, maybe it's just Ashley to prison and this guy, which makes it 7, but I forgot someone. There's someone that I forgot. We also do have Wandile Tuba. Now he's another player who is a great player, phenomenal player. Unfortunately, I feel like he was not being used correctly, but now chances are he might felt right well with our squad. So, yeah, Tash Morris Buffet too, it makes sense why they would want to let him go. And I do not blame him. I do not blame the club. And also, you look at the situation, you can see definitely it's not going to work out for him. Those years that he's going to be spending with Kaizer Chiefs, while there are other players who have come late, but already they've made a huge impact onto the team. That's something that should speak volume on itself. And then also moving on, guys, we do have a player known as Grant Mahaman. I'm not too sure if that's how he's pronounced, but yeah, I think Grant Mahaman, who played for SuperSport United, central midfielder, who can also play as an attacking midfielder and a defensive midfielder. This guy, to be honest with you, I feel like he's a great player. So according to those rumors, again, they say that Kaizer Down Jr. and also Tara Maliwa are the ones who have scouted for this player, and they think he might be a great addition for the squad. Now, for me, personally, I don't understand why we are still looking at signing a central midfielder rather than going for an attacking midfielder. It would make sense for us to go for an attacking midfielder rather than going for a central midfielder. But if he has the abilities and the capabilities of playing as an attacking midfielder, because so far, looking at how Grant Mahaman plays, I feel like he kills when he plays on that central midfield role. Also, he has the ability to shoot them a long range shots. He's just good. Not so much in maintaining the ball, so I don't think we will be playing him on the attacking midfield side. We still do need the attacking midfielder. I don't know what Kaizer Chiefs is planning or what our scout are looking for, but definitely I'm hoping with whoever it is going to be someone that is going to help the team, because we can clearly see, even the fans from back there can see the problems that we are currently having. So Grant Mahaman, I don't know, guys. I don't even know how to feel about this signing, or not actually a signing. This player who they're interested in signing, I don't know honestly how to feel about him. But so far, with the players that they've brought, about Flavio da Silva, Kaizer Shinga, Paseka Marco, Thabiso Moyane, looking at all those players, so far I've not been disappointed. I'm still waiting for them to disappoint me. Remember when they signed and I said, no, guys, I'm not confident about those players, but I'm going to give them a chance. And same as those players that are going to come after the ones that we have signed, players like Grant Mahaman, if ever he is going to come to Nashorena. So yeah, also they do have a good relationship with Disiwelele, which is SuperSport United. I think they can be able to sign this player if definitely talks, if they have started or something like that, go accordingly, then definitely they would. It would make sense. It would make sense for them to get this player. But for me, specifically, I'm hoping we can get at least one attacking midfielder, because we still have Josh Matlo, who's just recently signed. We still have on that central midfield, we still have Lebohang Boye, we still have Spesitlin Ndlovu. You know, we still have, who's this other player? I'm forgetting. We still have players who can play that central midfield role. The only player I feel like we still do need, actually two players, a DM and also an AM. Those two players, I think those are the ones that we should be looking at signing. Well, I don't know. Let me know what you think down in the comment section below too, in terms of Grant Mahaman and also Tash Morris leaving Kaizer Chiefs. This is it.